I'm here. Fix something, shut the curtain. I'm trying to mess with the camera. So the camera is a little off. I was messing with the camera the whole time. So I know, not professional. Camera could come in, but I have something here. Look, see, I'm not in the camera now. So, take off my sandals. We're going to begin anyway. That's what you do. You begin anyway. And we're going to start with the quote from Ernest Holmes. And he was the founder of religious science, which is part of the New Thought philosophy, the New Thought movement. And I believe the philosophy is science of mind. But he founded religious science. And his quote that will start this yoga session is, "Prepare your mind to receive the best that life has to offer." Ernest Holmes. One more time. Prepare your mind to receive the best that life has to offer. Ernest Holmes. Has to offer. Has. So, with me messing up that quote at the end, sorry, take off my glasses. Keep my glasses on. We're gonna continue to do what we did yesterday, which was sun salutations, 4 of them, and then go into easy pose and let those movements in easy pose, which are, can't speak English, neck rolls, spinal twists, shoulder shrugs, those type of movements, which are subtle movements, but we're going to let those become a form of a moving meditation. And that happens by focusing solely on the breathing. And that focus on the breathing, and I say this every time, almost every time, allows you to become aware of those movements, become aware of the stretching, become aware of maybe an issue you have in the lower back or in the shoulder or in the arm or in the knee. But this is the mindset. You're aware of those, but you're not becoming them because you're focused on the breathing. That just heightens your awareness. And that heightened awareness is what we learn on the yoga mat. We take that off into the so-called real world. And we become aware of what's going on, what's happening around us, because we learned that on the yoga mat. So let's go ahead and begin. The feet, or can't speak yet. I could never really speak ever since I was a kid. In elementary school, I used to have a speech teacher. Anyways, feet are shoulder width apart, toes come up, spread the toes as wide as you can. Each toe touches one at a time. Knees are bent, hips are tilted, arms are relaxed, no tension in the shoulders or the arms. You're finding that spot where the skeleton is just standing. So you lengthen up, think of a string on top of the head, pulling yourself up, and then lining up the bones in the skeleton, and let the skeleton just stand as if you were just your skeleton. And just focus on the breathing. You're watching yourself breathe. The entire time, that's all you're doing is watching yourself breathe. 100% focus on the breathing. That heightens your awareness. It lets you know what's going on in the body. But you're not focused on that stuff. You're focusing on the breathing. And that focus on the breathing doesn't allow judgment, doesn't allow control, doesn't allow all those types of barriers that prevent the mind and body from becoming one. Those are barriers. It will prevent the mind and body from becoming one. That oneness of the mind and body is yoga. So let go of judgment. Let go of control and just focus on the breathing. Now bring palms together, thumbs to the heart center, push the arms out, up and back. Inhale slowly, just beginning. So listen to the body, then hinge forward from the lower back, and we're going to fall into the ragdoll. With the ragdoll, the arms are dangling, the head is dangling. So there's no tension anywhere, and you're just accepting where you are. So if you're up like this, that's all you can do, and you're not thinking, you don't want to think, man, I wish I could go down. Let go of that mindset. Even if you're doing it what you think is perfect, you're like, man, I'm doing awesome. That's not what we're doing. Let go of that mindset as well. That's judgment. Yoga is when the mind and body connects as one. You can't have judgment. Let go. That is a way to do yoga. You can think, hey, that's great. I'm doing this perfectly. But that's not what we're doing. Palms to the calves, elbows into the sides of the legs. You're going to arch the back, raise the head. Inhale slowly. Then exhale. As you exhale, you pull yourself in and down. Push all the air out. And again, arch the back, raise the head. Inhale. Then exhale, hinge forward. Sorry, not hinge forward. Bring the forehead to the knees. Push all the air out. My mind is still focused on the fixing the camera. When I was fixing the camera, the lights fell. I have a mattress here for sound, trying to help the sound. That fell. And arch the back, raise the head. Inhale. So right before I started this video, a lot of stuff was happening. Then exhale, pull yourself in and down. And again, arch the back, raise the head. Inhale. So my mind, I have the monkey mind right now. Exhale, pull yourself in and down. Then we're going to do one more. Arch the back, raise the head. Inhale. Then exhale, pull yourself in and down. Push all the air out. Palms to the sides of the feet. Left leg is back. Top of the foot to the floor, knees to the floor. We're doing a low lunge. Hips are square, pushing forward diagonally. Back is straight or arch. The back is straight. You're reaching out. It's arch. You're scooping. You're opening up. Feel open. Make sure the front knee is not over the toes. If it is, you need to lengthen up some. Just focus on the breathing. Feeling open. Openness is a mindset. So don't judge it. So if you're down like this, say for example, don't judge it. That's how you're open. That's how you're open. Accept it. And if you feel like, man, I'm doing this perfectly, that's judgment too. Let go of that as well. We're here to do yoga, which is mind and body connection. Now, I don't want to take that away from anybody. If you feel like, man, I'm doing this perfectly, that is a way to do yoga. That's how some instructors teach. But that's not what we're doing. We're just letting the mind and body connect. Now we're going to go into a high lunge just for a second or so. So knee goes off the floor, toes curl under in the back, and then downward dog. For the downward dog, you're pushing into it. Arms are straight, legs are straight, tailbones to the ceiling, heels are towards the floor. You're pushing into this pose. Really push into it. You push into the spot right before you feel like you can't go any further. So you find that spot. I'm going to fix my shirt. Settle there. Accept where you are. And just focus on the breathing. No judgment. Let go of judgment. Let go of those barriers. Let go of control. Just accept. Even if you're halfway through this pose, you feel like, man, this is too much. Listen to yourself. Listen to your body. Listen to your mind and bring yourself out of it. You're your own guru. Then you're going to slide into the upper dog. Or you're going to do hands and knees. You just chill right here if you like. Or arch the back and do the cow. Or do the small cobra. Small cobra, the chest is off the floor. No pressure on the hands. The hands are touching the floor, but you're not using them. You're using the back muscles, which are pull muscles. So you're pulling yourself up. Or just do the upward dog or modify it. Then settle and focus on the breathing. Then back to downward dog, pushing into it. Arms are straight, legs are straight. Tailbones to the ceiling, heels are towards the floor. And you're pushing into it. Push into the spot right before you feel like you can't go any further. Find that spot, settle there, and focus on the breathing. Think of nothing else but the breathing. Then bring the left foot up between the hands into a low lunge. With a low lunge, top of the foot to the floor, knees to the floor, hips are square, pushing forward diagonally. Back is straight or maybe arched. Make sure the front knee is not over the toes. You're opening up, feeling opened, gaining the mindset of openness. And that is the mindset we're learning on the yoga mat, just like acceptance. You take that mindset off the yoga mat in the so-called real world, you feel open. You're receptive to things. You're open to new ideas. All that stuff. And you're going to go into a high lunge just for a second or so. So curl the toes under the back, knee goes up. Settle here. Then move into the standing forward bend. Pulling yourself in and down. Forehead's going to the knees. And here you're letting yourself breathe. So when you inhale, the belly swells with air, pushes you out of the pose slightly. When you exhale, the belly goes in, you go back into the pose slightly. And just be aware of that movement. Very subtle movement. You're aware of that movement. You're focused on the breathing, but you're aware of subtleness. Again, that's a mindset we're learning on the yoga mat. Becoming aware. And then palms together, reach out. Up and back, inhale, exhale, again, inhale, exhale, hinge forward, pull yourself in and down so the palms are to the calves, elbows into the sides of the legs. And just focus on the breathing, thinking of nothing else but the breathing. Let yourself breathe. Honestly, the sides of the feet. Right leg is back into a low lunge. Top of the foot to the floor in the back, knees to the floor, hips are square, pushing forward diagonally. Back is straight or arched. Make sure the front knee is not over the toes. If it is, lengthen up some and feel opened. Tapping into that mindset of openness. Don't judge it. Once you're settled, you accept where you are. Essentially accepting who you are. Can't speak yet. I won't ever be able to speak negative. No, I'm just joking. So high lunge. So here for a second or so. Downward dog, pushing into it. Arms are straight. Legs are straight. Tailbones to the ceiling. Heels are towards the floor. Pushing into it. Now, no tension in the neck, so the head is dangling. And just focus on the breathing. Thinking of nothing else but the breathing. And slide into the upper dog, drop down to the knees and the chest, slide up. Modify this pose how you have to. If you need to go to hands and knees, that's what you do. Do the cow, which you arch the back, or you do small cobra. Or just modify the upper dog how you have to. Just focus on the breathing. Back downward dog, pushing into it. Focus on the breathing. Right foot is up between the hands, opening up, feeling opened. It's a mindset. So top of the foot to the floor, knees to the floor, hips are square, pushing forward. Back is straight or arched. Front knees not over the toes. If it is, lengthen up some and just feel open. Be aware of openness. That's what you're focusing on. I'm sorry, you're focusing on the breathing. That's what you're aware of. Then high lunge just for a second or so, transition pose before we go into the standing forward bend. So go into standing forward bend, pull yourself in and down, and just focus on the breathing. There's a bad echo in here. So palms together, reach out, up and back, and inhale. And exhale. Now, set of 2 more sun salutations. We're going to do the tree. I said 4 sun salutations. Should have said 2. But when my head's down, I talk. It echoes. I'll get all that fixed eventually. So with the tree, you're going to begin in mount pose. So feet are shoulder width apart, toes go up. Spread the toes as wide as you can. Then touch each toe one at a time on the floor. Knees are bent, hips are tilted. No tension in the arms or the shoulders. You're going to lengthen up. So think of a thread or a string at the top of your head, pulling yourself up. You can't see my hand. Pulling yourself up and then lining up the bones of the skeleton. And let the skeleton just stand as if you were just your skeleton. That's all you were. You're finding that spot where that skeleton stands by itself. Everyone's going to be different. Everyone's going to look different. Doesn't matter. Not comparing yourself to anyone else. Just finding that spot for yourself, wherever that may be. Now for the tree, you're going to modify this pose how you have to. So bring the left foot up, goes into the side of the right side of the leg. See, I almost fell. Knees back. Now, if you need to grab the wall or hold on to the wall, do that, then off and on. Or you can bring the toes down and just do this. So, left foot is up, knees back, as far as back as you can get it, as far back as you can get it. That's not my words today. So, palms together, that's what happens when you're on 112. You start losing it. So, palms together, that's the prayer. You can keep that, or you can do the symbolic hand gesture like this. So thumbs are together, or the left thumb is over the right thumb, and the index fingers point. Either way. So you begin here, going up, inhale, and you just focus on the breathing. Reason I showed you that, because I know my hands disappear from the camera. Got to get a better camera. And I will. Stuff costs money. Everything costs money. And then go ahead and release. Don't say anything long. Shake it out. So I can't see without my glasses, so everything's blurry. So I don't even know what the time says. So right foot is up, inside of the left leg. So, man, I'm almost falling. So you can grab the wall, back and forth, or bring the toes down. But whatever you do, you're up, palms together, index fingers point, thumbs are together, or the left thumb is over the right. Whatever you like to do, then up, inhale. And this time when you're up, square up the shoulders, get the right knee back. And just focus on the breathing, thinking of nothing else but the breathing. And go ahead and release. I tell you what, without my glasses or contacts in, it's a little bit more difficult because I can't see. Sort of like closing your eyes when you do a balance pose. I don't know if you ever close your eyes. You go up like this, close your eyes. Once you close your eyes, you're like, whoa. So you got to find that spot. So when you're up, you need to find that spot of balance within yourself. Right? That happens just by focusing on the breathing. That comes with time and practice. Time and practice. Consistency. How about consistency? Is that practice? Maybe. Probably not. Consistent practice. You can practice once a month. You should do it every day. So you're going to go to easy pose. Easy pose is the modification of the lotus. Hands are to your knees, maybe in your lap. Some people do this, right? Or you're leaning against the wall, so your back is against the wall, or your hands are like this. However you want to get, or however you want to be. Just focus on the breathing. See what time it is. And just think of nothing else but the breathing. Now here, you're watching yourself breathe, just like during the entire yoga routine, but here you're really making sure you're watching yourself breathe. So you're already breathing. Hear the dog? Bark. Okay. So you're already breathing automatically. So you're just watching that. Not controlling it. It's very natural to start watching yourself breathe and then start controlling it. But you're letting go of the mindset of control and just watch yourself breathe. Now, there's many ways to do it, but two good ways. When you inhale, the belly swells with air. You watch that. Then you exhale, the belly goes in. You watch that. Or you bring your focus to the tip of the nose and you watch yourself breathe by watching the air go in and out. As you inhale and exhale. And just watch it. Don't control it. Let go of control. Just let go. And you tilt the head to the right ears to the right shoulder, back is straight, shoulders level, left shoulder's down. Just focus on the breathing. Watching yourself breathe, focused on it. That heightens your awareness, lets you know what's going on in the body. So it heightens your awareness, lets you feel the stretch in the left side of the neck. Let you feel what's going on in the body. Maybe the back is getting fatigued. Maybe you feel something in your knee. But you're not focused on that stuff. You're focusing on the breathing. Thinking of nothing else but the breathing. Bring the head to center. Tilt the head to the left ears to the left shoulder. Right shoulder stays down, so the shoulders are level, back is straight. And you're focusing on the breathing. Thinking of nothing else but the breathing. And that focus heightens your awareness. It lets you know what's going on in the body. Lets you feel the stretch in the right side of the neck. Lets you feel a so-called issue, say in the knee or the lower back. But this is the mindset. You're not focused on those issues. You're focusing on the breathing. Essentially, what it's doing is not allowing you to become your issues. You just become the watcher. And then bring the head to center. Capital W, the watcher. Capital S, the seer, the observer. Capital O, you're above all that. You're even above that concept of that. Now tilt the head back. Now here, you're not drawing the head back. You're reaching up. Chin is going straight up. Just focus on the breathing. Then bring the chin down to the chest. Keep the back straight, so you're not rolling the back. Just the chin's going down to the chest. And focus on the breathing. Just watch yourself breathe, thinking of nothing else. Feel the stretch. Feel what's going on in the body. And just focus on the breathing. Bring the head to center. Now neck rolls. Drop the head to the right. Down and around. The head's dropping down and going around. You're exhaling as the head goes up and back. You're inhaling. Now you're letting this movement link with the breathing. So make sure when the head's dropping down, you're exhaling. As the head starts to go up, you start to inhale. Exhale, inhale. And what happens when you link the movement with the breathing, the movement becomes a form of a moving meditation. It's just not a movement. It's just not stretching. It's a moving meditation, aware of the neck being stretched, aware of the movement, aware of what's going on. And when the head goes up, you're going to reverse. Exhale as you go down and around. Inhale as you go up. And just focus on the breathing. Thinking of nothing else but the breathing. And when the head goes to the top, you bring yourself to center. Then shoulder shrug, shoulders to the ears, back, down, and around. Inhale as the shoulders go up. Exhale as they go back and down. Again, linking the movement with the breathing. It's a subtle movement. That's what you're becoming aware of. Subtleness. So you're focused on the subtle movement, and then when the shoulders go to the ears, you're going to reverse. Focus on this subtle movement, but you're learning essentially to focus on subtleness. And when you go out in the so-called real world, you're focused on the breathing, you're focused on something, but you're aware of the subtleness. Become the seer. Capital S, seer. And when the shoulders go to the ears, bring yourself to center. Trunk rotations, dropping down to the right, down and around. Exhale as you go down and around. The back is straight, and you're reaching out. And you inhale as you go up. Same thing. Let the movement link with the breathing. So make sure you're exhaling as you go down. Make sure you're inhaling as you go up. You become one. Your mind and body is connected. And you're one with the activity. You're doing yoga. So let go of judgment. If you're going down and you're feeling like, man, I'm not going down far enough, let go of that judgment. Even if you're going down and you feel like, man, I'm doing this perfectly, let go of that as judgment. When the trunk goes to the top, you're going to reverse. All those things are barriers. Judgment is a barrier between the mind and the body. If you have judgment, your mind and body will not unite. When you have control, your mind and body will not unite. Not become one, which is yoga. Let go of all those barriers. And that's what we're learning on the yoga mat, to let go, essentially let go. And when the trunk goes to the top, bring yourself to center. So when you go out in the so-called real world, it's very important. You don't have judgment. You're not trying to control. You're just in the moment. Man, almost done with the yoga routine. I still can't talk. Told you, can't talk. What's my teacher's name? Miss Harvey was my speech teacher in elementary school. She made me look in a mirror, pronounce my words. Still remember that. Like probably 40 years ago. Miss Harvey. So, left hand is on the right knee, right arm goes up. Pull yourself up. Then you twist, palm goes to the floor, it's on the back, arm is straight, it's against the back. And in this pose, make sure the head is twisting. It's natural to get in this pose and forget to twist the head or get comfortable and your head is not twisting as much. So twist and focus on the breathing, thinking of nothing else but the breathing. And then go ahead and release, back to center. Center yourself. And then the other side. So right hand's on the left knee, left arm goes up, pull yourself up, twist, palm goes forward to the back, arm is straight, it's against the back. Make sure the head is twisting and you're focusing on the breathing. Again, it's natural to get in this pose and not twist the head. So twist the head as much as you can and just focus on the breathing. Think of nothing else but the breathing. And then go ahead and release. Back to center. Back is straight. Hands are to your knees or in your lap. Or maybe you're leaning back. Maybe your back is against the wall. Wherever you are, just watch yourself breathe. Remember, you're already breathing, so you're just watching it. It's very natural to start watching yourself breathe and start controlling it or controlling it sometimes. But you just want to watch it. Go with the mindset of control. Reach behind you, grab the left wrist with the right hand, leaning forward for the yogic seal. Forehead's going down to the floor. And you're sealing in all the benefits of the yoga poses. and keeping the peace that you gained through the rest of the day. Go ahead and bring yourself back up. Hands go back in front. We're just going to stay here a little bit longer. So just watch yourself breathe, realizing that you're the watcher. You're not controlling it. You're not judging it. You're just watching it. And the palms together. Namaste. And that's it. That's YouTube Live yoga routine number 112. So I will see you tomorrow. Can't speak, man. I can speak. My mind's racing a little bit today. I have stuff to do. So just a little bit, a little off. It's part of it, you know. Every day it's not the same. Every routine is not always the same. Sometimes your mind is and you're controlling it better than it was before you began. And then some days it's wild, like monkey mind. That's your mind. And then by the end, oh, it's all gone. And some days it doesn't happen. But that's back and forth. You know, it's like when I used to meditate in the mornings and just watch myself breathe. That's all I did. Some days I can only do it for 3 minutes. And I'm a yoga instructor. You know, I teach this stuff, and it's like, man, what? Yeah, that's life, man. You know, kids, wife, bills, work. I'm like, only 3 minutes I got. That's all I got. Not that's all I got. That's all I can do. That's all I can sit for. Yeah, that's the truth. Some days it's like 10 minutes. Some days it's 15 minutes. There was a time in my life where I could only do 3 minutes. And what I did is only 3 minutes. And sometimes I woke up and I'm like, man, I can't do 3 minutes today. I would sit there and focus. Only give myself 3 minutes and then, okay. But it's about getting on the yoga mat daily, making that the priority. Just like working out. Some days you go to work out. For me, I go, and I'm like, man, I don't want to be here. It's about getting in the routine of going. It's about getting in the routine of being on the yoga mat. What happens there is something separate. Just make time to get on the yoga mat. And if it's 10 minutes, that's fine. If it's 30 minutes, an hour, that's fine. Just get in the habit of getting on the yoga mat. And what I mean by the yoga mat, I mean outside on the grass, whatever. Make time for yourself, whatever or however long that time is for. So I will see you tomorrow at 5:30 a.m. Arizona time, Mountain Standard Time. So namaste, peace and love.